Legends, I clicked the Streamer Runiente button. Guys, today we have a slightly different setup. You can probably see it on the screen right now. I've actually got a dual screen monitor here. Dual screen monitor? Multiple screens on my desk right now. But guys, we're going to get straight into the charts, guys. I've got some really cool stuff to talk about today. We'll talk about Bitcoin. I'm going to talk about some new exchanges I'm using. And also, guys, I'm going to go into some of the long-term, medium-term, obviously, and then MDX algo. We're going to the indicators. I got this brand new DEX to show you as well. I'm actually using this DEX. There is a link below. Actually, it says new DEX. I've been using this DEX all day. Really interesting stuff, guys. You know how much I'm addicted to DEXs right now. Everything going for... Oh, it looks great out here. Look at this new setup, Legends. What's crack-a-lacking? Anyway, guys, let's dive straight into the price action. It's slightly later here today. I actually just got back from the gym. Kind of a weird timings today. But, guys, I want to show you something really interesting here on the charts of Bitcoin. Now, so in my previous video, guys, I did say that I'm going to be looking to short resistance again, guys, at 16,800-ish, 16,500-ish. I did get a short from there, guys. I actually am in a short position right now on Bitcoin. Like I said, I thought it was going to come up. Oh, God, we got something coming up here. Insert ads. No, I don't want to insert ads on my community, YouTube, you money-hungry motherfuckers. God damn. Right, so, yeah, guys, in my previous video, I did actually short this region here. And I thought we're going to come back down to at this area to act as support. That's exactly what we're getting right now, guys. We're actually trying to find this area here as support. Actually, I'll make this chart a little bit bigger for you so you can see it. Actually, well, I'll just leave it on the screen. You can see the 5 minute as well. I've got a bit of a different setup going on right now, but I want to go through some of the lower time frames as well. And guys, I'm going to go through this amazing DEX I've been using today. Really, really fast, snappy, good order books, easy to get into it. So there is a link in the description, guys, that says new DEX. So check it out. I'm also building my own DEX, Legends. So here we literally go. There will be an announcement about that soon. But guys, so yeah, in my previous video, I'll recap my previous video and I'll tell you what I think is going to happen next. I said that, yeah, to resistance, come back down to it as support. You can actually see on one of my videos I posted today. This is exactly what I basically predicted, Legends. You can see it here. So up to resistance. You can hear me twice, Legends. Up to resistance and then fly back down, sir. There we go. Exactly, guys. So that's what I said on Twitter. I'll be on Twitter already if you haven't already done so. So that's kind of what we're looking at here, guys. And I actually do have now a long position. I have actually taken profit from my shorts. I actually did play some trades on the new DEX I was using. But I actually do have a few long positions now, guys, open on Bybit, on a few other exchanges. All the exchange links are below. Let me get the freaking sponsors out of the way, guys. Trading, use Bybit, use BitGet. Both the links are in the description, guys. Also, if you want to get, you know, no email, no KYC, no VPNs, use this exchange you see on the screen right now. I've been playing around with it all day. There is a link below, guys, that says new DEX. This is actually really, really powerful. There's no email address. There's no freaking goddamn KYC or VPN. I would recommend using a VPN though anyway, because there are a few things about MetaMask right now coming out, but I think it's a little bit overblown. Everyone's talking about MetaMask at the minute, like, oh, they take your data. Guys, like any fucking website on the internet doesn't take your data as well. Most websites pull your IP address, guys. If you're using the Brave browser, it's impossible. Even if MetaMask tried to record your IP address, you couldn't do it with the Brave browser. And guys, you know, just use a private browser or use a VPN. So that's what I'm basically saying to that. It's a lot of hype for nothing at the minute. So guys, what do I think is going to happen next? If we do hold the support region here, guys, which you can see on the screen, it actually comes in beautifully at around 16,000-ish on the nail, 16,050. We found support on this multiple times, guys, this level. A lot of people asking me about how I came to this level. The actual SR level comes from a long time ago, guys, about 2021, from the actual previous move up to this level. But it is a nice deviation play as well, and it does counter. It is actually coinciding, sorry, with the third quadrant of a range. Okay, so it's like the lower third of a higher time frame range. So this is what I was looking at, guys. Is exactly what we got. We found some support now on here. You can see we've actually been flirting around this level quite a lot over the last few hours. Actually, if I zoom in on this, you can see it pretty nicely. We actually did get a nice reaction off it. I did actually have some of my long positions got filled on this wick down. So you can see this wick down here. I got all of my longs got filled here in my VIP group. I was talking about it. And then boom, we suddenly got this move out. I was thinking, fucking hell, hey presto, you know, trades are all made out. Now we've come back down to the middle zone again. You know, look, for my trading, you know, it's very simple. I've got my stop losses set. If we lose this level here, guys, it's going to be a quick move down to the range lows. Like, I can't see anything between here and here until this acting as support. So you have your stop losses below this wick now, quite simply beneath this wick. you're long until proven otherwise. I do think, you know, we could get maybe something up to around here. And if we don't get it, you know, let's be completely honest here, you know, in terms of what this market structure is looking like. There is a few Wyckoff, you know, accumulations going around. I'm not gonna go by any of those fractals, by the way. And guys, in the chat as well, can you tell me if you hear me properly and stuff? We've got 134 people in here, 25 likes, guys. You know what to do. Hit that like button, and also in the chat, tell me what's your position. Are you long? Are you short? And what are you doing? I'm doing a slightly later stream tonight. Just gonna whip through this and then probably actually just do an hour. So yeah, if we lose this level here, guys, you can see it clearly. I think there's a quick move down. And like, let's be completely honest here, we are just consistently making lower highs along this. You know, it's not a great look along this trend line. And this really is, you know, if we did get above this now and we hold above it, whoopsie daisy, sir. If we did get above this trend line now, okay, which I don't think is actually that probable. If we did get above it like this and held it as support, I do think we're going to get quite a quick move, actually, guys, up to around 18K. Guys, in the chat as well, tell me what you're looking at, what your positions are. So I can see up here, guys, at this level here, maybe let's have a look at 18,000, yeah, and 18,400. But, you know, as of looking at this right now, it's just consistently making lower highs along here. You know, it's a descending formation, whether you like it or not. So even if we did come to here, it'd probably be, you know, we're looking at, that's really what we're trying to get above now, is this downward sloping trend line. And obviously we have the higher side with the range, which is 16.8, which I already have my short from already. So that's what we're kind of looking at, guys. This is what we really want to keep an eye on. If we do lose the lows here, it's a quick move down. You could see another bounce trade potentially. We did get a good reaction off that eventually. Like I said in my previous video, guys, I was going to hold that short, but I did actually take profit on it already when we came down to here. Because, you know, wait, I forgot. I had a short on BitGet. I think it was. I have like a 50x short on BitGet for some reason. We're still doing the competition on that, guys, but it's not really panning out. The coordination isn't really there, and BitGet isn't taking the right data from my trades. It's taking my trading bot data, not my fucking actual open account data. So it's all a bit mental. But so look, you got here. I think it's a quick move down to here, legends. I don't see anything in terms of this. Is really annoying. My other screen, I have another screen here now, so it's kind of like moving in between. But yeah, I think it's a quick move down, guys. If we do find some support, I think if we do lose the lows, it's a very, very fast move to $40,000. And then I've got a lot of buy orders set down at 14K, guys. You guys already know that this is a significant level for me to start buying. I've got laddered in orders from 13.5 to 15, basically, to play that trade if we get it for a bounce. I think it's very, very likely we're going to get a decent reaction off that region. And in terms of that, guys, you know, like I've said, if we lose this area, we're going lower. And if we hold it, I think we're actually going to come up to potentially hitting this region here. I do have long positions open right now, guys. I already told you I got filled on all my longs. We've come up here. We're in the middle zone, you know, and I said, like, looking at this downward sloping, like, kind of descending formation, if we do get above that, that's a good sign. But even coming to here, I'm still probably going to look to, like, get a short position in on this, guys, again, just to see, are we going to break this level? And at the moment, how it looks, you know, it's not looking too good. If we get a big move out of it and support, fine. You know, I get stopped out. I've got my longs already set anyway for my short. I haven't got any shorts. Sorry, I'm long from frickin' these levels, like I said in my previous videos. But if I do get into my shorts, then I will look to get a flush back down on that, guys. But it really is in no man's land at this minute. We've had a lot of volatility in between here and there. It's not really worth getting into, you know, no man's land on offside positions on this. Really isn't worth trying to get caught off. Like, in terms of long to short ratio, let me quickly whip this up for you guys. And long to short ratio, not the algorithm, sir, the dashboard, please. Guys, 200 people in here. Desecrate that shiz a minute. Yeah, we'll look at the boys in a minute. So we've actually updated the long to short ratio, guys. It actually has now on it. So it shows retail on Binance and we show top traders. So you can see there is a discrepancy here between top traders and retail. Retail traders are still trying to long the market. What they're trying to do, guys, on these lower time frames, especially on lower time frames on higher leverage, they're trying to long all of the moves down. You know, here's probably why. It's because it's gone down a lot. People are in an emotionally biased state towards Bitcoin. They want it to go back up because they're holding hodl bags. They're trying to long it all the way down, and that's just creating more fuel for lower prices. You know, open interest isn't even that high, guys. It's only 9 billion or 10 billion on the day. So we're half what we were a month ago. So the general open interest is coming down, which is just, you know, indicative of a bear market. You know, as the price goes down, less excitement, less eyes on the market, and just general less trading action happening. So yeah, it's still long, guys, generally on retail. So it's, again, that puts downwards pressure on this. The commitment to traders, a lot of people are talking about this right now. I haven't actually seen the report. This is a fresh pair of eyes. I've actually had the whole weekend off, basically. Like I said, I was going away. Oh wow, that's actually really interesting right there. Bang, fucking hell, legends. Oh, the boys are not happy, people. The boys are not happy. Okay, so that's a big increase. You know, that's an extra tenth or so, 10% increase on shorts right there. It's a pretty dire outlook, guys, for you medium to long term players. You know, I would say it's obviously dire for the short term guys, but anyone who thinks we're coming out of a bear market in the next 3 months is probably wrong. You know, it's probably going to be 6 months to a year if the dealers keep shorting like this. This is the most shorts we've ever seen in history, for sure. If you go on the yearly here, you know, you can see that they've just been increasing since May 22. That was, I actually did a video, guys, warning about the dealer short exposure. The dealers began to get very, very short. I'll quickly whip it up for you, actually. On the last, here it was. I remember exactly the dates. It was here. On the May 14th, I think it was. Yeah, looking at May 30th, May 20th. So this region here, the dealers actually really increased their exposure to shorts. That's when I said, look, guys, it's time to look the other way. I was putting out warnings. I was saying use stop losses. We could potentially see lower prices down to actually the macro range, the macro lows, which was 30K at the time. I said that we would likely go to 30K if we do lose. I think it was this. We got the deviation. I did a video here warning everybody. I said, if we don't manage to basically hold above 46K, if we don't get back above $46,000 in 2 or 3 weeks, I think we're going to go to $30,000, guys. And that's exactly what we did. It was a 50% drop, actually. From here to here, we had a 50% correction. And that's what we did from the previous time the dealers got short as well, which was here. So the dealers got short here, massive 50% correction, right? The dealer, I don't know how well you can see this, by the way. Let me quickly whip this up. Might be a bit easy. You can see it now. And then the dealers got massively short here, 50% correction. I wouldn't even call that a correction. I'll call that a fucking I'll call that a fucking goddamn crash or a nuke. And now, guys, we have the dealers. It's kind of worrying. They're getting that short here. They've actually been, to be honest, adding shorts all the way along this, to be completely honest. But that is a 10% increase right there, legends. And like, it's not a good look for obviously for the short term. Bitcoin can still go up another couple of $1,000, or even Bitcoin could actually go to 28K. And this still stay like this. But to be honest, the market is very unlikely going to be in a, out of a bear market within 3 to 6 months. If the dealers are this short, we're probably going to see the asset managers beginning to swing as well. Like, this is perfect, guys. This is really, really, this is the asset manager decreasing. The freaking dealers are increasing. So yeah, medium to short. Okay, look, short to medium to long, whatever you want to call it. I would just say, this bear market is not over, okay? It's going to probably be 3 or probably 6 months or longer. I've said this from the beginning. I said 3 to 6 months, 4 months, 5 months ago. Now I'm saying it's probably another 3 to 6 months, considering all this other shit we've had with the FTX stuff. So, we could get a move to 28. I've already told you guys it's 14 and 28 or 28 and 14. Doesn't mean we can't get that, but it does play into that longer card, guys, of, potentially being at around, I would say we'll be at $40,000 by the halving. So that would be the 1st of January 2024 is the next halving. So that's probably, we're going to be about 40K then. I would say, just like estimating it from previous bull markets, we're usually halfway between the highs and the lows by halving. So that's very, very rough estimates, but every single time in history we've done that. So I'd say that we're probably at $40,000 by halving. And if this drastically changes and the dealers start getting long all of a sudden, then maybe there could be some sort of different, if we went to 28K, started holding, boom, and then they really quickly, rapidly came off their shorts, that's fine, but that's pretty crazy from the boys. And this is from a fresh pair of eyes from me this morning. Well, it's actually not this morning, is it? This is the first time I've looked at it from 3 days ago. That morning, 3 days ago on Friday, that was like, I looked at the charts and I haven't looked at that yet. So pretty crazy stuff, guys. Obviously on the CBBI, guys, we're fine in terms of that long term. Buying long term Bitcoin now is very unlikely you're going to be at a loss in a year's time. Okay, so that's what I look at in terms of. Yo, what's up, legends? I've got all of my chat here now, guys. You see, I've changed it up. I've got a new screen, got a new setup, so I can leave the charts up and I can answer your questions here. So, guys, if you have any questions, just ask the chat. I've got a different kind of dynamic happening here. It's not going to be a really long stream today because it's really late. I just got back from the gym, etc. I want to talk about some other products I'm using as well in this space. I actually have this brand new DEX I'm using at the minute. I'll just enlighten you guys with this now. This exchange, guys, the Decentralized exchange, the DEX. You guys know that I'm really passionate about DEXs because I actually am building my own decentralized exchange right now. But this one, Apex Pro, is very, very nice. And I do think that the decks I build will have similarities to this. This is super simple to use, guys. There is a link below, guys, that says new decks. Click on that link because you'll get like some discounts on code. Or you get discount on fees and stuff like that. I think it's like 50% off fees. But guys, you literally come into this, right? You connect your MetaMask wallet. So it says here like Ethereum wallet. You can see my MetaMask wallet here, okay? I think you can see that. And I've got a couple ETH in here, right? You literally just click on this. You connect your wallet. And bang, you can start trading. Literally, all you have to do is connect your wallet. No email, no VPN, no KYC. I would recommend using a VPN anyway, just because, you know, there are things about MetaMask which pull IP addresses. And let's be completely honest here, guys. Most websites pull your IP address as well. Data tracking, cookies, fingerprints. So a lot of websites, they'll fingerprint your computer so they'll know what device you're using, so then they can tailor your ads to you. Tracking, surveillance, the whole shebang. So I would recommend using a VPN. I do actually have a link to a VPN as well. I'll actually get you a link to that right now. So if you go on my website, mdxalgo.com there, mdxcrypto.com. What is the best VPN for trading crypto? I will quickly post this for you guys in the chat because this is actually a pretty cool article which we wrote up a few months back. And that will show you a great VPN. But if you do want to use Surfshark, which is basically the one we're going for, you can get 86% off or something with this links in the article. So go check out that. But yeah, guys, I really highly recommend. This is actually a really cool deck. So obviously, I'm into Palm Swap big time as well. So Palm Swap is one of my favorite dexes. But this one here, I think this is what I'm doing with it. I'm not fully, you know, going into dexes as my full-time whole exchange because there are limitations to it, etc. And the speed and the liquidity on some of these big exchanges is unfathomable in terms of speed. But guys, it is definitely worth having this as a backup because you can have, say, a couple of ETH, right, on your MetaMask. I've got like 2 ETH on this wallet. You can get up to 20x on that. So I'm basically 20xing my MetaMask wallet. Okay, I don't have to have anyone. There's no one who can fuck me over. Like, there's literally nobody there. Like, I can't get fucked. The email's not. I haven't given an email. Haven't given any KYC. I'm not really depositing. You know, there is a smart contract you do have to deposit for temporarily to get in and out your trades, but that is a smart contract, so there's no way anyone can access that. It's just 100% tied to the exchange in terms of, you know, it can only go one way back to your wallet or not. So the thing is, I can 20x this ETH, right? Which means that I can potentially hedge against my Ethereum portfolio without actually having to be on a third-party exchange. So fuck CB fucking F or whatever his name is. He can piss off. But guys, the link's below. So it says new decks. You should see it. I don't know if I've actually done it properly. Maybe I have. It just says new decks below. Click on that link, guys, because it will help support this channel. And also, you will get a trading discount on fees. And I'm going to be using this a lot more, actually. I'll show you how simple it is, right? So I've got like $100 in this account. I'll just mark it in and out. Okay, let's actually just do a fucking trade right now, okay? Let's just whip up a little trade. Let's have a look on our indicator, see if we've got anything. Obviously, I'm just blasting into no man's land. So we're a little bit oversold on the 5-minute here. Yeah. Let's have a look on some other shit as well. Let me get up my charts. I've got all of my oscillators up here. So I've got the MDX oscillators as well. Just to mention as well, guys, these are freaking brand spanking new. We've got win rate probabilities. We've got long shorts, all that kind of jazz on the indicators. That's from mdxalgo.com though. So go to mdxalgo.com if you're interested in getting our indicators. You know, if I was just going to do a swing right now on this, I'd probably just add to my long exposure. The thing is that what I'm looking at as well is the 12-hour. So 12-hour, we are significantly overbought on the stochastic RSI. And I really do look at the 12-hour, guys. I look at the 12-hour the most out of any time frame on the stochastic RSI. Okay, so stochastic RSI is, you know, a much more exponential version of the RSI. You got to be careful with it because, you know, it's great for range-bound environments where the market's going flat and it's ping-ponging up into resistance support. Resistance support's great for that. Not too good in range-bound, or let's say, sorry, it's not very good in swing markets where, you know, it's consistently making all the way up here because it's going to stay overbought or oversold for a long period of time. It's too exponential, so I'd rather use the MDX oscillators for that or RSI. But the 12-hour right now is significantly overbought, and that's not a good look. You know, I would like to see that come down a little bit. If you flip out to the 4-hour as well, right now we do have a little bit of zing to the upside on the 4-hour, so that could be up, 12-hour, back to resistance, then back down. Hourly's, no, sorry, I did the wrong way. Daily as well, we're going to look at. Daily is overbought on stochastic RSI. That's interesting to me as well. So I would probably say, you know, looking at a few different indicators right now in terms of like the short term, 1 hour is a little bit overbought. We've got 4 hour in terms of bullish divergence. We actually have coming out of the band analysis here as well. We're coming down to oversold. 30 minutes, 15. Let's have a look at all the time frames right now, guys. You know, if someone put a gun to my head and said, what do you think is going to happen? I'd probably say, you know, that we're going to get a little bit of a pop upwards here. Something like this, probably actually not get above here and then back down, maybe get through it and then a breakdown lower. I'd say that on the very, very short term, we're probably going to get something like that, guys, because that 12 hour is not looking good to me. I'd like to see that 12-hour momentum flip, and the stochastic RSI 12-hour for me is the god signal, or the god entry for me. Let's have a look. MDX is a legend. You're a legend, bro. Yeah, I looked at GMX. I don't really like GMX's UI. I've heard they've got a pretty cool way of like using the actual matching, etc., with their liquidity pools. But I'm not really a fan of the UI of it. I actually have looked at it. I think the best ones I'm looking at is Palm Swap, and then this one here, which is actually a new one we're looking at called Apex Pro. I'm going to be using this a lot. It's basically similar to Bybit. I think Bybit have even kind of invested in it, but it's a very, very nice feel. But look, I'll show you how it works, guys. I'll just literally do 25% of my portfolio. It's constantly on 20x, so it's a cross margin. You're just banging along like that. It literally happens instantly. I actually moved it, I think. And then what you would do is you come onto your TP and SL. You'd add a take profit stop loss. So say here you want to do your stop loss. Let's just say $16,000. 16K. I want to do 100%. Confirm that. It should probably come up on the screen. I would like to see the actual levels come up on the screen. And you can see here, guys, already up a little bit on that. But I would say probably a little bit up, and then we're going to come down on this. But I'll leave this in. I think I got 16K is my liquidation, or I could say, actually, sorry, where my fucking stop loss is. They do need to do a little bit of work on the stop losses. It'd be nice to be able to visually see your orders on the screen. But I was banging in a very simple trade here. So it's up to 20x. I think GMX has it. Guys, I got to remember, I'm building my own deck. So like, I'm telling you about these decks because I do think these have some promise. And like, I'm thinking right now, guys, what is going on in the chat? Find yourself a hot girl here. Listen, XXX20 fun. You know what the fuck you're talking about, legends. But it's very simple, guys. Literally, you're in and then you're out. You can literally just mark it out straight out, confirm it, like bang. Very, very simple trading strategies there. You know, just very simple trading strategy in the market and then mark it out. Very, very simple trading order books. It's just in and out. You can mark it in, mark it out, limit, whatever you want to do. It's super simple. That's why I like it. You know, it's definitely a scalp trading tool. I could use a hot girl, bro. I got one upstairs, legends. I'm all good. So yeah, legends, that's really, really as far as you can go in terms of analysis. I want to show you some other stuff in a minute, okay? But if you want to zoom in on these charts and look at the daily, you know, we have a slight wick here. All I'm saying is we're at support right now. Maybe. Don't need a hot girl because I got them in Bitcoins. Legends. Legends. So you zoom out into the, coming down to the hourly here. You know, there's potentially a little push up, I would say, here on this. Titcoin. Yeah, you legends. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's very, very low time frames I'm looking at right now, but the hourly looks like it could have a push higher as well. I've already all my longs are filled down here, so I'm kind of just like waiting for this to ride. We have bullish divergence coming on the hourly as well. Fuck it, let's just do a stupid trade for you legends. Let's wang something in the books. All right, I'm just going to do 16K and let it run. Let it run on the books. They need to have it on this, though, on this exchange. They need to make it so you can see the orders easier. This is literally tiny amounts I'm playing with right now, guys. I think I've got like $100 in this account. This trade is only $500, literally. It's $500. 0.03. 0.03. 0.035. Let's see if we get a push up on this. Yeah, they need to make it so you can see the orders. Because if you actually do your take profit, you know, what I want to really be able to see on this is basically have some sort of actual line I can see. So if you do that, I want to be able to see, because I've got 16,500 to take profit, but like, it would be nice to be able to see what my order is. So you can tweak them and actually make sure it's bang on the levels. Yeah, I think that's what they're going for here. I think they're going for a very similar Bybit feel. And then I'm pretty sure it's being invested in by Bybit as well. I'm pretty sure it's Bybit's thing. Where's SPF? Fuck him, man. Now you can actually log in with a ton of wallets. So let's have a look. Let's disconnect. Let's have a look what happened. Oh shit, I got my trade open. So yeah, you can actually connect with Rainbow, Trust, IM Token, BitKeep. So literally, there is a link below to this DEX. All of these are available to log in with. I just use Ethereum and MetaMask. That's all I've got. You can do BSC as well and Polygon. But guys, there's a link below. It says new DEX. Just click on that. You can log in, etc., and trade on it as well. But you know, with my link as well, I think they're doing. I think it's just a discount on trading fees. Obviously, guys. Whoa! By the way, we got 230 people in here and only 66 likes, guys. If you can mash that like button, that'd be really appreciative. What I'll probably do on this, I don't think it can even like you can see anything. I think it just like smash the fucking things. I don't care. So we got that. We're back into my account now. Yeah, so you can log in with a whole ton of different wallets. And yeah, use the link below, guys. Get into the exchange. You got to remember, guys, I'm going to be building my own DEX. The reason I'm talking about this DEX is because this general feel, I think, is pretty good. Okay, I think it's really good. I think this ultimately this is what we want to build, but we want to have it so it's faster, more. We have faster matching engines. Okay, we want to make sure that there's a lot more features and products you can use. Okay, in terms of on this is literally. You got three things, right? Limit, market, and conditional orders. We want to add like stop by stop limits, all these kind of things. Potentially add in some trailing stops. That's going to be the bread and butter. But then it's the main thing we want to do as well is make it so it's compatible with a lot of blockchains and has high leverage. Okay, because we know you guys want to do leverage. At the end of the day, like I think you can get these things up to 200x leverage and shit. Like 20x is not going to be for a specific, crypto trader. And guys, I know a lot of traders. I get 100 people a day asking me where the price is going, and trust me, they're all on lower time frames using high leverage. It's simple as that, legends. Like if you think you're on lower time frames, right, and you're using high leverage, and it's just you doing that, trust me, it's not. So I think a lot of people, say, oh yeah, leverage is the curse, but actually. You're probably using it right now. So we do want to have a high leverage on it as well because leverage does entice bigger players. If you've got bigger market makers as well, they're going to want to use those leverage tools to be able to get massive orders in and out, etc., low fees. We want to probably do half the fees of other exchanges. That'd be ideally what we're looking for. Right, hourly's looking pretty good for a little push. We could get something here as well. I think, it's going to come up a little bit and then we're going to go down. I think that the 12-hour stochastic is kind of giving it away a little bit. I do think we could come down a little bit lower on this. I've already said I'm buying this region. If we get stopped out, it's absolutely fine. If I get stopped out here, I was only trying to play the bounce up to around here anyway. This was the ideal situation, but this was before we had this initial resistance. So I would say that it's probably going to be like that, mate, and then whip it back down. Yeah, it's interesting. BlockFi going into bankruptcy is really interesting. It's because of obviously FTX. They had ties with FTX in terms of their funding for them. Look, I was telling people to get off BlockFi a long time ago. I was saying, look, the next places to go is NEXO, because I did my due diligence on NEXO, and they are very unlikely going to go anywhere. I think NEXO is going to be the one which survives this. I have no money in BlockFi. It's hilarious, guys. Like I told you the story the other day. I had like a lot of crypto on platforms, but I started deplatforming all of my cryptocurrency. I was probably at a point where I was feeling like I needed to do it anyway because it'd been maybe a year where I'd been like, exchanges were building up funds, etc., and you just don't move them. I've only got about 10% or 20% of my crypto on exchanges in general, but it was building up, and then I remember. Because of the Putin stuff, the Putin's war, there was that huge scare about a nuclear bomb, etc., going off. There still is, to be honest. And I started deplatforming a lot of my crypto then, and that actually did end up, I got all of my crypto off BlockFi. I got loads of crypto off Crypto.com. I got loads of crypto off Bybit. And I didn't really have any crypto anyway. So I was telling people to get off because of I was telling people to get off exchanges, but I wasn't telling people to get off exchanges because of FTX going bust. No one could have foreseen FTX going bust. But I did say, get your crypto off BlockFi, etc., because of the scare of a nuclear fallout. NEXO is sick, man. Got my mum to hold fiat there, and she saved her retirement from bleeding out. The market decline. I just don't think having the whole shebang, the whole retirement in one place is ever a good idea. I wouldn't even recommend having that in like a bank situation, with retirement funds, etc., which are so important for so many people to have a good end of life, basically. I would just say even, in any scenario, I'd try and diversify that retirement out. Even having a money management fund isn't good enough. Even a retirement fund manager isn't good enough. Just fucking diversify a little bit. Because it's just too risky for me. But, NEXO, I really, okay, look, the famous last words, okay, and this will be clipped to shit if it does happen. But I think it's very, very unlikely that NEXO goes under just because of the due diligence I've done and what I've seen with their basically their ties to Circle and their distributed custodian system. They have ties with, they actually use Ledger, Backed, they have BitGo. They have a lot of very, very big players who are acting as the custodians for NEXO. Also, they have a very good risk management strategy. And also, I do know the team, the guys from France. I don't know them personally, but I do know of them in terms of their background. So, I think it's pretty darn good what they're doing. Whether they actually are going to be, one of the biggest exchanges, like a Coinbase, for instance, that remains to be seen. But I do think they have a shot. I'm so thirsty, sir. Yeah, Genesis had some big players too, but Genesis didn't do what FTX did. Genesis are actually the ones providing a lot of the services for these types of things like BlockFi. They're not going entirely bust, just one tiny specific part of their businesses. So, it's not, there's a lot because of it, FTX went bust. It's hyped up a lot, but it's very unlikely that these companies are going to go, especially Genesis or NEXO. I think NEXO is probably more risky than Genesis, to be honest. But I'm just saying that what I've looked at, NEXO looks pretty good. But I'm not saying, guys, I have a lot of money on NEXO. Like I told you, I've deplatformed pretty much everything off exchanges. I am probably 95% off exchanges. That's why I'm using stuff like freaking goddamn this exchange, guys. That's why I'm using DEXs. This DEX here, Alpex Pro, if I could speak, sir. It's too late for me, young men out there. Oh, it's been a long day. Yeah, exchanges like this, Apex Pro, the link is below, guys. It says new DEX. I'm going to be using this. I actually been using PalmSwap. That's why I'm using decentralized exchanges, because I don't want to have a lot of money on exchanges if there's this types of turbulence. And this is where these exchanges perfectly come into play. This is what you want. You want to have these alternatives. And guys, there's no joke. The reason I'm building an exchange and building a DEX is because it is 100% the future. Like, there's no way we're going to see centralized exchanges at the level or the user base and the volume at the level they are now in the next 10 years. There's absolutely no way. The market is not going to stagnate in terms of the technology getting better within the DEX space. Decentralized exchanges are getting better and better and better at being more efficient, faster, cheaper. Okay, and if that just keeps happening over a period of time, you're going to eventually see there being no real point being on a centralized entity, because you can just get the same liquidity, you can get the low slippage, you can get the speed, you can get the security. There's no fucker around, like there's no KYC or VPN, and you're completely anonymous. All those things are so fucking valuable in the world we live in today. So I just see this being a no-brainer. So I'm building an exchange, I'm building a DEX. It will be out soon, probably next year. Why don't the Winklevoss twins invest their own money to bail themselves out? It is because they see a bad deal. Whoa, was that lightning right there? Yeah, so there's a big difference between company money and personal money. You're not personally liable if you if you come and you raise money for a company, you put some of your own capital at risk, and you go to market, and a whole load of people invest in your business, and they say, well, they invest in it, they give you the money, the capital to start up. At the end of the day, it becomes a different entity. It's not a personal thing. It's creating a company is a lot easier than most people think. You could have nothing to your name. You could be completely fucking broke as shit. But if you had a good team backing you, some friends and family, and you went to market and you raised some money, some capital to start a business, you've got something going, So it's a lot easier than most people think to start a business, because all you need is some investors, and then it's kind of like personal liability and the company liability are two different things. So you're liable to your investors and you're liable to your family with your own money. So it's not really like, let's have a look what we've got here. Cody, this TA is all you need. What you talking about? You don't know shit apparently. Shut up and pay attention. What's Cody said, man? So Cody, I don't know. There's always the typical scenario. People are like, yeah, technical analysis doesn't work. It's like, what, bro? Like, what does that even mean? Does that what like drawing lines and trying to put yourself? It's like saying sketching out drawings before. Like it's like saying that architects, there's no point sketching out a design before you build. It doesn't work because it doesn't build the building. It's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? You're just preparing yourself. Like, TA is just preparation, giving yourself an easier pair of goggles to look at the market at, skimming out all the BS, helping you identify certain key trends or identify certain key, information in the market. Anyway, guys, I'm just doing this stream because I wanted to get some content out, but that is kind of basically what I was talking about, all that video. And I'm probably going to head to bed. I'm absolutely exhausted. It's literally like nearly 2 o'clock already here. We've got some big updates coming to the indicators, guys. We've actually done a whole load of them. We've got one more update coming next week for the actual speed and efficiency of the indicators. So these are raring to go right now. You've got a whole load of built-in new things you can use. And you can go over to mdxalgo.com and check those out. Get this DEX, guys. Really cool DEX. This is actually, there's a link below, guys, that says new DEX. Get this DEX. I think this is going to be one of the biggest ones in the future. I think Palm Swap as well is going to be a really, really big DEX. And actually, a lot of people are asking me about, copy trading, etc. I would say your best place, guys, would be to use for copy trading. I get a lot of people ask me about copy trading at the moment, but I'm going to be completely honest, guys. The best place to copy trade is BitGet right now. It is the cheapest place to copy trade, the lowest fees, pretty decent amount order size you can create. So Bybit limit you to like $1,000 or something. BitGet has a higher order size per entry, bigger lot size on Bitcoin. You can also use BitGet without trading bot, like I said, so you can actually go onto it. If you go onto BitGet, the website itself, and then you click on copy trading, scroll down, and just type in MDX algo, you can just copy trade directly our medium to long term trading bot, the MDX trading bot from BitGet. So I do recommend checking that out, guys. It is actually a really good place to do it. Yes, sir. It's going to be a nice chilled stream tonight, legends. If you've got any questions, ask me in the chat now. I'm going to have a look what's going on here. Hi, is your copy trading performing? Our copy trading bot has made 706% over 2 years. So I can actually show you the results of it on here. It's absolutely phenomenal. How well it does. Let me quickly go on the right chart. So I think it should be. Oh no, what is it? There we go. So this is basically shows you where the buy and sell calls are. So this is insane. Okay, so sell, buy. It's sold here. And this is a 1x short, okay? So it's just buying and selling on spot, basically, but 1x. This would have saved you from sell to buy. This is a 19% save, okay? A 19% trade. I don't tend to think of this as a 19% gain. What I like to think about this is that the bot is just buying and selling Bitcoin, okay? So when it sells, technically you're just saving yourself 19% of losses, which is a gain, obviously, if you rebuy, and that's what it's done. But how you would like to think about it in your mind is that, it's only really built for the long side. It's just trying to buy Bitcoin and accumulate sats. So the actual percentage it's showing you is a gain in dollars, okay? So it's actually quite, on the actual website, Bybit, when you look on copy trading, it's going to show you a gain in dollars, but it's not going to show you a gain in sats. So what you're actually doing here is when you're selling, in theory, I wouldn't say it's a 90% gain. I would just say that what you're doing is you're saving yourself 19% of losses in terms of when you rebought with the same amount of money, you're actually getting more Satoshis, okay? So this is actually really, really nice sold here and generally speaking, this is not really built for short-term timeframes. This is actually going to get you out of the more major swings. And, you know, this is literally back tested. You can see it. We're going to have a nice chart here as well, so you can really do a deep dive into it. And it will show you like every single buy and sell entry, but you can do it. When you have MDX Algo, you can actually look at where it bought and it sold. But this is 706% back tested for the last 2 years, so it's pretty damn fucking good. DYDX is pretty good as well. Yeah, I'll say it again. I think my favorite dexes at the moment are Apex Pro. This is definitely a dex I'm going to be using a lot, and Palm Swap. The thing about Palm Swap is just not as like slick at the minute. They need to make it a bit slicker. I do like Palm Swap. It's going to do well. They need to bring it to that next level of usability. This is just insanely easy. You literally connect your MetaMask. You don't have to use MetaMask. You can use any wallet you want, like iTrust or whatever. Trust Wallet. You can go and choose yourself, but the link is below, guys. Use that link. It helps support this stuff, and also you get a big discount on fees. So I think you get like 20% off fees or something like that. So it's going to be cheaper for you to trade on the exchange. And then you just log in with your wallet and it's done. You're in. And then you just literally just deposit. You have your funds. It goes into the smart contract. The smart contract holds it. You've had no email address, no KYC. Don't need a VPN because you're not technically actually, you know, in a jurisdiction. Then they're not taking your money and holding it. It's all on the Ethereum blockchain. So, or the BSC blockchain, because you can choose 3 blockchains using smart contracts. So it definitely is the future, legends. I think this is just like the first look at where it can go. You know, obviously, you know, I'm not going to be talking about other exchanges that much because I'm going to be talking about my own product soon when I build my own decentralized exchange. And I'm really excited to do that because that's kind of like, you know, ultimately like being, you know, if I really think about it, like I got into trading because I wanted to have freedom, okay? To be able to have the ability to not work in a time sense. So like, let's just, I'm trying to do things here. So instead of like, you know, expending energy to like do something for somebody else, like manually do something for somebody else, I wanted to expend like mental acuity instead. So like make money by thinking instead of making money by doing, you know, not trading time for money, but trading thinking for money, okay? And that's pretty cool because trading allows you to do that. It allows you to sit and think and not manually do shit for someone or go and spend time. Obviously, like I've said a million times, trading at the beginning is very, very difficult because you do need to put more time than any 9 to 5 ever dreams of. Like 9 to 5s are actually a lot easier at the beginning. But I'm trying to get to my point here. That journey there built me into a trader, became profitable in trading 5 years ago, built a trading career. Now I have a YouTube channel. Like, where the fuck did all this come from? This wasn't planned at the beginning. You tell me that. And then the next like logical step is to literally build, like, you know, that just sounds like the next logical step is to build a better trading environment for traders. Learn how to trade, become successful in trading. Educate people in trading with MDX Algo. You know, build tools for people to use to help them trade, get better at trading, education, all that kind of stuff. And then the next fucking step is to literally build an exchange which is better than exchanges. It kind of just feels like the ultimate kind of crescendo of a journey for a trader. So I'm very excited to do it. It's definitely going to take a lot of time and effort, and it's going to probably cost a lot of money, but like I don't really give a fuck. As long as it works, it's better. It has really, really good USPs, so it's unique. Obviously, it's going to be quite similar to this. Let's be completely honest. It's going to be similar to this. I think the USP for me, unintentional rhyme there, sir, would probably be to make it so it has like a much lower fee structure. I also don't think it needs a token. I'm not going to bother with a cryptocurrency token. I just feel like that's just a load of bollocks. I feel like it's just going to create problems, and I don't want anyone to be buying shit, which like, I don't think we're even going to bother with the token. I think it's going to be decent amount of leverage, low slippage, fast. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good. I want to be a free man. Good to know it can be. Is it all you want to talk about? How will it fare against Caster? Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? This is going to be the next level of exchange. Looking at the partners we've got. Liquidity pools. It's going to be an liquidity pool system. You're going to be able to trade with decent liquidity. Much lower fees than traditional exchanges. I need to drink some water. Fuck my mouth. Simon, see you on the flippers, brother. But guys, everyone, go and get this DEX, Apex Pro. Link is in the description. If you want to trade on other exchanges as well, check out frickin' BitGet and Bybit. These are 2 centralized exchanges, very, very good exchanges as well. I actually use copy trading. If you want to copy trade this on mdxalgo.com, go to mdxalgo.com and then click on automation. I'm a bit knackered tonight, not exactly the highest energy extreme, but you know, I just wanted to get some content out there for the Monday session. And if you do want to go back and watch the beginning of this video, you can get an idea of what's going on. Where is the link? Sir, it's not difficult. If you go, I'll just post it here as well. Let me just do it for you now. I will do it for you now, sir. So I'll put the link in the live chat. So basically, if you click that link there, that will take you to the DEX. It's best DEX. That link will give you 20% off trading fees in the platform. Whoa, shit, son. Did you see that, Legends? Did you see that lightning? Bruv, did you see that? Fuck me sideways. Yeah, we got this guy here called Crypto Log Ijala. Brother, I am in cybersecurity. Hope you have somebody good. There are some really skillful people looking to exploit any vulnerabilities. Stay safe, bro. Yeah, it's fuck, can you hear that lightning and thunder? It's insane, Legends. Yeah, what we're going to be building, I won't give away too much, but it's going to be super simple. Very, very simple DEX at the beginning. The actual back end, we're going to be using a liquidity provider at the beginning. So I'm pretty darn confident with because I'm actually using a company I'm going through and a friend as well. So the company which will be auditing the smart contracts will be pretty good at identifying any problems. But look, these are just words. You know, actions speak louder than words. So you guys will see it. It will happen. It will come out. We also have some big updates to MDX Algo with our market maker tools as well. But you know, there's nothing else I can really say apart from just wait and see yourself. And I would say that, you know, I'm very confident it's going to be a good job. So let's fucking do this. Anyway, I'm absolutely exhausted, Legends. It's been a big day for me. I'm probably going to go get some sleep. The link is there, guys. I'll pin it for you as well, just so you know. Oh, I already did. I did it in my own sleep, sir. Replace the pin message, sir. If you click that link, it'll take you to the DEX. Very, very good, interesting DEX. Just log in and just connect to whatever wallet you want. I'm going to go back to some trades and have some fun with it. And get some rest, Legends. Any upcoming indicators you are developing? Good question to end actually on. So we do have... so this next week, we're just going to be solely going through efficiency and going through... basically bug fixes and the speed of the indicators. So at the moment, it takes a little bit of time to load on each chart because there's so much code being read and scanned by TradingView, and sometimes it times out because you get these timeout problems when your computer's taking too long to scan the code. So what we're going to do is make it faster. We've got a whole lot of ideas to skim through the code and make it lighter weight. And then we're going to build an indicator which is going to be the long to short ratio on top of the price action. So you can see here on the MDX dashboard, sir, you can see you've got the long to short ratio. Now, this is interesting information because, oh, shoot, son. Are you seeing that, Legends? I don't know if you can see that, but that lightning is massive. Yeah, we're going to have a long to short ratio indicator, which is going to overlay basically some sort of line, you know, saying, or it will be like an oscillator, potentially, like similar to volume, and it will basically show you, you know, where the market's long and where it's short. And yeah, well, then we've got another indicator, which will be a brand new indicator just for support and resistance, trend lines, etc., auto trend lines, auto support and resistance, auto Fibonacci's, auto Fibonacci extensions, etc., etc. And yeah, man, it's interesting stuff to be there. And yeah, the colors are brand new as well. You can see here if I zoom out on it, look at these calls, guys. Like, we got some really nice, interesting positions you can play. There's a short call all the way down there, and what I've done is I've inverted the colors, so you can kind of, you know, like, it's difficult to do this at the beginning. I'll tell you one thing. It's difficult to do this because we've been programmed for so long to think of, you know, red as bad and green as good. But it definitely is positive to flip the colors. because, you know, I'm not really a guy who plays inflection points. I don't really do like reversal points or inflection points. If I'm on the lower time frames, on like, you know, the 5 minute or the 1 minute, I'm scalping for fun. You know, I'll throw up all of the kind of reversal indications, and I'll go for some fun little, you know, kind of a reversal pivot point plays. But, you know, generally speaking, if the momentum's getting oversold, you know, these can be nice swings. These can be really, really nice swings. You can make money off these. This is a dream to trade, guys, with the indicators, because, you know, you've got these really nice clusters of overbought or oversold. This is, in this example, overbought. You have these nice confirmation signals with the shorts coming in and then the trend changing. So this is where you get, you know, you start looking the other way. The market has gone severely red, so it's in overbought. You can see here, guys, in the band analysis. It's actually a very, very nice, decent example of how these indicators would put you in a position where you can have some sort of edge against someone who's not as experienced or doesn't have the tools in front of them. You can see how a big cluster coming out of the band analysis here. You have red candles with a TP cluster. You have overbought on the MDX5, which is actually at a level 83, so it's pretty fucking high in terms of how far it's gone into the overbought territory. And then you can say, okay, look, let's start playing around with this. Let's see if we come back down, stop loss above the highs, play the short play. Then you're basically, what you're going to wait for is you're going to wait for over exhaustion or TPs and then the next long. Again, very nice long up. So this is all, guys, happening on the 4-hour time frame. And then you guys can get real techie, whip it down to the 5 minute, and really start having some fun with it, because, you know, these indicators are going to work on all types of time frames. Like, look at that long there. Like, this is completely like out of the blue, just blasts up 2% on that long. Really nice TP signature at the bottom. So you can see here, here's a nice setup as well for you guys who like to play inflection points or pivot plays or reversal points. Oversold, TP, came out of the band. You know, what more do you need there if you're playing those higher volatility, lower time frames? These are 3 different indications, all pointing at, okay, look, there's probably going to be a snap. All of my longs actually got filled down here. And even this short here as well. This is a very, very powerful play. We have a short position here. Could have taken you down to TP at 1.5%. You have significantly out of the band here. You have just about getting into overbought. Probably not a very clear signal there, but that and that with a TP. You know, what you could do is, and this would be like the best way to use the indicators, I would say. And this isn't actually that easy, but there will be a way of doing this. It's about building some sort of system, maybe an alert system. Alerts on TradingView aren't that good, but building some sort of system where you have a criteria, and there's like 3 or 4 different variants to that criteria, right? So it's like, if the oscillator 5 is overbought, that ticks 1 box. If you see a TP, that's 1 box. If there's 2 TPs, there's another box. If there's 3 TPs, there's another box. If the market has come out the band within the last 10 candles, depending on time frame, that's another tick for the box. And what you can do is you can actually create like a 5 or 6 tiered criteria, and then the more of them which get ticked, the higher the probability that you're going to get the trade. Okay, and that's kind of like what you're going to be looking at doing on most strategies, is basically going through, cycling through a criteria of things, ticking the boxes. If it doesn't meet the criteria you need, it's invalid. If it does meet the criteria, it's valid. You play this trade, you have your stop loss, and then you can actually use our built-in indicator within here, which will actually do your trade management for you. So you can literally just type in what risk you want. So there's 2% risk. 15 means, oh yeah, he told me the indicator there. 15 is, it'll come back to me in a second. I think it's how many candles it's doing the calculation from in the past. So you can see here that this specific trade here is a long trade. It's a 2.5% risk. It's actually drawn the entry point here. That's when it went green. Your stop loss was here. It didn't hit the stop loss, just about. So your stop loss is in green. And then what you're looking for, it's saying entry point. Here your take profits. Okay, so just ladders in your take profits. And then that's what you want to be doing. Yeah, you can use Trust Wallet. Yes, you can use Trust Wallet with Apex. Let me just quickly check for you. So if I just log out of my account, connect. Yeah, Trust Wallet is this one, right? So use the link up here to Apex, and then you'll be able to get a discount on fees when you sign up. And then just click on Trust Wallet, and that should log you into the exchange. You can actually log in with Rainbow, BitKeep, Coinbase Wallet, interesting. Wallet Connect, Token Pocket. I actually have heard of. I think I actually knew the team from Token Pocket back in the day. They're actually pretty decent. In Token I used to have as well, but I use MetaMask. You know, everyone's like, oh, the IP address. Well, I use a VPN, so they can't do fuck all. But yeah, you can use Trust Wallet. Dope. That can't find that page. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. So if you click on this, it should just take you to the page. I don't know if it's working or not. Maybe it's not working. Yeah, I don't know. It's if you use the links, you get obviously discounts because Apex is brand new. So they kind of approached me and said, "Look, here we go. Do you want to have a look at our exchange?" And I was like, "Yeah, baby. I'm a Dex guy. I'm one of them Dex guys, legends. I'm one of those Dex legends." Yeah, we got a Fibonacci tool coming as well. I need to go, but I'm kind of enjoying the questions. If you guys have any questions, I'll do a few more. I've got like probably about 10 more minutes. Super late here. It's about 2 a.m. It's a massive lightning storm going on outside as well. I don't know if you can see these flashes. Do you guys like my new spinner and my new setup? Is it working? Can you actually see this? Oh yeah, it's a little bit in your face, isn't it? So maybe I should move this over here. I'm moving my spinner, sir. Is that about right? Yeah, that would do, sir. Absolutely exhausted. Big gym session in the evening as well. Using Link, but on iPhone. Yeah, so it won't work on iPhone. So if you want to do that, I think you can do this actually, but the link code you want to use on your phone to get the discount, I'll quickly get it for you, legend. Might as well just whip this up. So yeah, this if you use the code 345, I think it is. This is what they told me. If you sign up with your phone and use the code 345, you'll still get the trading fee discount. But I'm not sure if you can do it from your phone. It's probably better to try and create an account from a desktop, because if you do create from your desktop, then you're going to be able to log in with your wallets easier. I'll log in back with my wallet now. MetaMask, let's have a look. Send the request, sir. So I'm in a little long actually. It's only $500 long. So if we do pop up, I'll probably just mark it out of it. It's only a bit of a, it's only a nice little pretend, or not like little, can't fucking think tonight. It's a very nice little it's a very nice little preview trade for you to see. Fucking lightning. Yeah, ask me a few questions, guys. I'll chill out with you, and then we'll go through some other stuff. But you can see here what I like to do quite a lot of the time is have multiple you know, momentum indicators up on the same price chart. So on the lower time frames, if you are trying to play around with scalpy stuff, you know, you can look at these and then say, okay, look, if a lot of things are pointing in the same direction, you can get yourself into a position. And then I actually like to have a chart up on the higher time frames, and then the whole entire thing all together. All right, legends. I'll see you on the flippies. I'm knackered. I'm gonna get some sleep. You are all legends. If you want to use all the exchanges, check out the DEX as well. Decentralized exchanges. All the links are below, guys. We'll say new DEX or BitGet. BitGet's good for the copy trading side. And I'll see you guys on Z Flippers. Have a good evening, and I'll be back doing normal videos tomorrow.